You are listening to Parking Lot Perspectives with Darin and Evan.
Welcome back to Parking Lot Perspectives, episode 21. 21. We just got back from seeing Black Bag.
The Black Bag.
Black Bag.
You're probably sitting here listening. What is this?
Yeah. So 2025, here we are again. A phenomenal movie, doesn't have any marketing.
None.
And
you said you saw a few
I did see a few clips of this. I'm going to go see this, Mickey 17, The Monkey, and some other thing.
Yeah.
But we chose this because, one, Steven Soderbergh is the director. We'll get to that in a second. But overall, it was just interesting. There's 3 other people in the theater with us.
Yeah, not many people saw this one because they had no idea it was out.
No, it was out. And even we talked to the folks at the AMC Northlake, and they were like, yeah, we expect it to be slow for the next couple weeks. And we're like, wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
It was no lines for concessions.
No lines. Evan got his large bucket of popcorn. Buttery Bra was back. So, hey, again, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and follow if you like listening to us and tell your friends.
Take a step back for a sec. Episode 21.
21.
We started almost a year ago. We're getting there. Almost a year.
Almost a year. So
It's just remarkable.
it's fun. We hope you have fun with us as well. Shout out to all our friends, our family. They give us a lot of
The
feedback.
people at your dentist.
People at my dentist shop,
Newly
at
subscribed.
Waterside Dental.
Wow,
Yes, I'm going
sponsored.
to give them a shout out, and if they
Okay,
like it,
you need a
maybe we'll get
cleaning.
sponsor. That's
Give
right.
Darin promo code Darin
That's right.
Smith.
That's right. So hey, we'll jump into it. So Black Bag is a spy drama thriller, and some of you might notice my voice sounds a little off. I'm a little under the weather. I did happen to fall asleep in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
But don't let that
Evan
stop you.
Evan said it best. He said the movie is slow, but pay attention.
Pay attention. I watch a lot of these series on Netflix, like
Yeah.
this spy thriller drama. You got to really pay attention to all the details. Don't fall asleep like Darin did. But
I fell asleep for brief amounts,
It's
maybe
a
30
short.
seconds.
It's a short movie too. It's an
hour
hour
and
and a half.
33. Hour and 33.
There
so-
are the beginning moments where you're like, "Whoa, I cannot sit through this for 2 hours." But man, does it pick up!
So let's talk about it. So the plot.
Yeah,
Plot
you
really
got this
revolves
plot.
around there is a device that a British intelligence company, not MI6, it's a British intelligence company, and it can do damage to a nuclear reactor. I'm not going to get deep into it because that would give away a spoiler. I don't want to do that. But really, it's about who stole this and gave it to so and so and can create havoc.
Yeah.
That's really the plot.
No, you hit it on the head. I think we can give away what it's called because it kept reminding me of Harry Potter, Severance.
Yeah, it's Severus.
Or Severus.
Severus is.
I
Oh my
watched
god.
Severus Snape.
Severus is the program. And what
that-
Evan pointed out I thought was great was he said, you know what I liked is it went from this person was in the view of they did it or this person, and it moved all around on who we thought was the bad person.
Yep, your typical thriller, drama crime series,
Yeah.
right, or show or movie. You don't know what to expect, and
Yep.
that's why you really need to pay attention, sit through the whole thing.
So in typical Steven Soderbergh fashion, it sounds and looks like Ocean's 11.
Yes, I there's scenes. I kind of want to find clips. Maybe I'll throw one up of the Ocean 11, the signature sounds that they do when they're going through their planning, right? Those different scenes. There was something like that in this.
Yeah.
Which I was like, wow, this same. Watch, we're gonna look it up. It's the same guy. It was.
So not a big cast. There's not a big cast, but it is, dare I say, some of the best acting we've
Yeah.
seen, definitely all year. But this is a very well acted movie. Yes.
Yeah. It wasn't one person carrying it.
Great. Yeah. Everybody was
'Cause
phenomenal.
If you saw the promos for this, which I don't think many did, there are some big name actors in this. Michael Fassbender, right? Kate Blanchett, just to name a few. Of course, there's others we're going to dive into shortly. But overall, I thought the plot was handled very well. And kind of took you on this little
the
journey.
writing, you caught on the writing too, because there's a couple scenes. I don't think we're giving away if we say Michael Fassbender in this intelligence organization is like a truth expert.
Yeah, lie detector, polygraph expert.
And he's doing a couple interviews.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and some really sophisticated equipment. Never seen type. You see all this stuff in the shows, the movies, but not this one. But very cool acting.
Yep. So you got Steven Soderbergh. The plot is about this program that can do damage to a nuclear reactor, blah, blah, blah. So let's jump into the cast. The cast really is Michael Fassbender and Kate Blanchett are married. Are the Woodhouses, George Woodhouse and Catherine St. Jean. They are, from the get-go, you're like, WTF?
You know what Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
That's what I thought as soon as it
Concept.
started in, but then this went.
Yes.
Yeah. Great. Yeah.
So when I think of Michael Fassbender, right, I think of the old X-Men, not the old
Magneto,
but he's actually in a show, The Agency, thriller type series, and he kind of made his role is obviously different, but I feel like he fits in this position really well. It's a good element for him.
I think he was spot on. So
Yeah.
they both work in this agency, and it really kicks off with another actor that we're going to talk about is Gustav Skarsgård. He's not in the movie a lot. Yes, he is part of the Skarsgård clan. Bill, Alexander,
the whole family. We'll
all
throw him
family.
He was in Oppenheimer.
He was in Oppenheimer. He was also, I think, Loki in the Vikings, if I'm not mistaken, years ago. Maybe
Floki.
not Loki. Floki,
yeah. Folks.
Yeah, he was fantastic. So he is part of Stellan Skarsgård's kids.
Yes.
He's in the movie a couple scenes.
Talented family.
Very talented. He's in the movie only a couple scenes, but he starts off the movie, so it's very, very good. We'll jump into Tom Burke. He plays Freddie Smalls. I don't know this guy at all. Anything he's done?
Furiosa, Mad Max.
Yeah. Yes!
Yes. What is it? Prehistorian Jack.
Yes! Oh,
That's
God,
really it.
Dang it.
That's his most recent.
Okay, that makes sense, though.
Yeah.
So he plays another person in this agency. Then his kind of like tryst, his thing on the side is Marissa Abella. She plays Clarissa DeBoy.
Great actress.
She was in the Amy Winehouse Back in Black. She played Amy Winehouse.
And in Industry,
Yeah.
an HBO series Jan and I started watching. It has about 25 episodes, and she is a great actress in that show. So highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah, she did wonderful in this. And then you have the guy who basically gave the finger to Bridgerton and said, I'm going to go out on my own because I'm so good looking. Reggae Jean Page, I think that's how you say his name. He plays
Reggie.
Reggie. And then you have Naomi Harris. Some of you might know her. She's the new Moneypenny in all the Bond movies.
Yeah.
She plays Dr. Zoe Vaughn. And really, I think the only other person we need to call out, which I think we love, he's one of our favorites, is Pierce Brosnan, plays Arthur Stieglitz, kind of the head of the agency.
Yep. You see him, you just say James Bond, and then you saw Moneypenny, Naomi Harris in here. It was cool. It was cool to see them two together. Obviously, they were not in the same Bond movies together, but it was kind of cool.
So, with that, those are the actors. Again, a very small cast, but very, very well done. Fassbender, I don't think skips a beat. I think he is as stoic in this performance. He just doesn't.
I don't know how much practice he did, but to prep for this role, but honestly, him and Cate Blanchett really meshed really well for this.
Great call. I think the pairing of them was really good. I don't think he broke a smile once in the whole film.
No, I don't think he did. Fact check us if you watch it, but he's very professional, straight to the point, and very good at his job.
So the composer of this, because it is Steven Soderbergh, was David Holmes. So he did Ocean's 11, and it sounds like Ocean's 11. It's even shot. The way Soderbergh shot it, I think, was kind of I want to say an homage, but it was definitely done in that style of Ocean's 11. Very monotone of a brown setup. It's very, the camera work is like that. So there is no soundtrack, it's just the composer. Special effects,
There was a couple scenes.
But yeah, I think this could be probably the least amount of special effects we've ever seen.
Yeah.
You and I together.
The way they shot it, cinematography, I think was the focus.
Yep.
Some sound, good sound, but...
Yeah, cinematography, I think, Evan, what he just mentioned is really key to talk about for a sec. Because we typically would say, the special effects, this and that. This one is focused on cinematography. It's the way Soderbergh shot the film, and you carry it. And to Evan's point, I can't say this enough. You got to pay attention to this movie. Because, dang it, halfway through, a little over halfway, he turns and he goes, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like,
I see
really?
Too many of these.
And he knew what was going to happen.
It's like growing up, you watch the Lifetime movies, you know what to expect with those.
Out.
There's some good twists.
Very good, really good twists. And like we said earlier, multiple times you think, Fassbender's got to be guilty. Cate Blanchett's got to be guilty. Oh, Pierce Brosnan's got to be guilty. Oh, Freddie Smalls has got to be guilty. I mean, all these people.
So, interesting fun fact here. The screenwriter, he actually sat down with and consulted with real-life spies, agents, and assets to actually write this movie. So that's why the writing, I think, really pays homage to the people that are out there doing this every day, right? And it was believable. It was a believable movie.
And the whole thing around the title Black Bag, right? It's you can't say what you did. It's
in the black bag.
It's in the black bag, so I can't talk about it. So
I wonder if we should look that up. If black bag is a term that MI5. Some of these agencies might coin or something like that.
Yeah, good question. Good question. So, with that, we had no one to interview. There's 3 other people in the theater with us. Again, the AMC Northlake thought they expected to be slow, although there's a slew of good movies out.
It's St. Patty's Day weekend.
Ooh,
maybe
fair.
some parades.
That's fair. And
People
the weather here, we live in Charlotte. We got some nasty weather coming in tonight, so that might have
scared people
away. It's fair call. Fair call. So, but we have no one to interview, which is going to make this shorter, so that's okay. Want to get it out to you guys. So let's jump right in. Don't forget our rating scale on Parking Lot Perspectives is Sizzle. We think the movie's hot. It's got it, or it's just great. Meh, it's okay. And then Fizzle, it's a dud. And again, don't forget to click like, subscribe, or follow.
And before we get to our reviews, I think it's important that we look at the Rotten Tomatoes, right? 97% the critics. 74% audience, which is pretty good for this genre, I think. And then on IMDb, I think it got like a 7.
Yeah.
7.4. Metascore gave it an 85. So up there. It's highly rated. And I think the call out, which we've been stressing here, don't give up. It's slow burn.
Yeah. I really want to talk about that because I told Evan in the car I can understand why people are giving this a low rating on IMDb, because within the first 45 minutes, you're like, okay, we just move this along. But then you're like, and then it just going. So with that, let's turn it over. Talk about the plot. What'd you think? Sizzle? Fizzle?
If it stayed too slow, this was going to be quickly a fizzle for me, but I am leaning towards sizzle here. I've really enjoyed the writing of this movie. The characters, the acting, in this short period of time, an hour and a half, you felt like you may be watching the movie for 2.5 hours. It finally picks up at the end. It's a big spoiler free here.
Yeah, and again, I think
great.
The plot I thought was very well written. You said David Cope?
Yeah.
Is the writer of this, David Cope? I think, yeah.
Cope, yeah.
Scriptwriter. Very well written. Very well written. The acting, the dialogue that he wrote, very well done. So, yeah. Okay.
So he actually was the writer for Jurassic Park, 1993.
No kidding.
Yep. And Mission Impossible, 1996. So this guy means business.
This guy, yeah, he's got his stuff
And
together.
then I don't know what he wrote after that.
Yeah.
Not
so
much to talk
we're both
about.
going to give it a sizzle on the plot.
Yes.
Let's talk about the director, Steven Soderbergh. What are your thoughts?
I enjoyed him. I'm going to give him a sizzle. I enjoy all the Ocean 11 type movies, 12, 13, whatever many they had. But he did an incredible job telling the story in a way that makes it, I don't keep saying believable, but if you're in this MI5 agency or this undercover whatever it is, it's not just a black bag. It's really good.
Yeah, I would agree. Sizzle as well. He makes it move, and yeah, I don't want to say anymore. Actors, I think we both agree. Sizzle
on actors. I don't think one of them messed up once, or it just didn't feel like they were lacking anyway. I think there was an interview with Kate Blanchett I read that she didn't read the script. She took this role. So what is it? Oh, all right, sounds good. Sign me up.
And it's so funny. I told Evan, Kate Blanchett has been around for a while. She's 2 years younger than I am, but all I remember of her, or it comes to mind, is I think of The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
She was in Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. She was in the Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull with short black hair. She played a Russian. I mean,
she's been in a lot.
She has been in a lot, and she does so well in this. So, yeah, I think the actors were sizzle. Cinematography.
I'm going sizzle.
You're gonna hear a frequent theme. Sizzle. Yeah. I don't want to score the soundtrack or do anything because there was no soundtrack.
Soundtrack or special effects. Yeah. I don't think there's enough to rate those two.
So overall, what would you give this movie?
With how we rated, I think we're sizzle here on a movie that has not been marketed. Everyone's going to be like, what is this episode you guys are reviewing or this movie? Go see it.
Go see it.
You don't need to see an IMAX or Dolby. The sound is loud enough if you're going to an AMC. Kudos to AMC. Sponsors, please. But they knocked it out of the park with this. It was short to the point, but they closed all loose ends at the end.
Really good call. I mean, we joke about it all the time about believability and all that. They did. There was not an open-ended thing. You're like, ooh, what? Ooh, is that? No, done.
Nothing.
And it's funny because the Academy Awards I think were a couple weeks ago, and the director Sean, I think, who did Nora, who won Best Picture,
right?
He had won Best Writing, Best Director, and now Best Movie, and he came back and he made a plea about go to the movies. And Evan and I are a big fan. Now, we believe in streaming. We've seen some streaming movies.
We sat through some of the trailers of this, and we're like, right to streaming.
Right.
Negative.
So, if you get a chance, we're both recommending go see this on the big screen. I think you'll be very, very impressed. It'll keep you going. But stay focused, pay attention, because I think it'll get you going.
Don't go to the bathroom too early in this one.
Yeah, 2 people sitting in front of us.
They
one went one went the other. And
you miss a scene. You can't just go
an
on
hour
your TV
and 33.
go back 15 minutes.
Hour and 33.
Yes.
Where your depends. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, with that, we hopefully we'll have some more episodes coming out here shortly. Evan's got a packed schedule. For those of you who don't remember, I'm retired. He still works full time. So this is our day gig when we get a chance. So we're going to try and get as many episodes out. But there are
a lot of good movies coming out.
A lot of good movies coming out that we want to get going with you. Little shout out. I told Evan last night I watched The Electric State on Netflix. I don't think we're going to... I might do a TikTok I'll just leave it at that.
No good.
No good. So with that, we'll have
Millie Bobby
Brown. She was okay. Chris Pratt, no. Anyways, Chris Pratt? Yeah, Chris Pratt.
Platt.
So,
You said Platt.
Whatever. Don't forget to click, like, subscribe, follow. Hope you're having some fun. We will talk at you all soon.
Yes. Bye, everyone.
Take care.